Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Leah. So today we have Julie from Julie's Papercraft.
Hello.
She's another fellow Aussie. We're
Yes.
getting these Aussies up on the big screen now. So look out, taking over. And I will put you on to, hi Sherry, on to Julie, and she'll tell you what we're going to make today and what you will need to make it. We'll just give it a minute while people come in. Hi, Dawn Marie. Good. They're all coming in. Beautiful.
That's great.
The Cookie Wookie is Mo, and she is the best toolie anybody ever had. Correct? Is that correct, Mariah? She's wonderful. Hi. Hi, Beth. How are you? Hi, Darcy. Alrighty, I'm going to put you on to Julie, and she's going to tell you what we're going to do today. Hi, Marty.
Hello, everybody. So glad to be here. Diane for inviting me along. Been looking forward to it ever since she's asked me. Now, today I've made a sample. The one I'm going to make today is going to be a different size to this one, but this is the idea of it. It's a little folio that we can put into our journals, or it can be Happy Mail, or it can just be a standalone, whatever you prefer. And you can make it to whatever size suits you. So
hi, Jenny.
Opens out like this and this and this, and then we've got this page here that flips in the middle. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets and 1 pocket here as well. So plenty of area in this for adding bits and pieces. So that's what it will look like when it's finished, and then we'll close it. You can use whatever clothes you like. I've just used some ribbon. You could use elastic. You could, whatever. Now, the things you're going to need to make this is I've got 2 pieces of double-sided printed. This is 250 GSM cardstock, and that's what you could use this, or you can use 12 by 12 papers if you want to use up some of your old scrapbooking papers. If you do a 12 by 12 one, your maximum height will be 6 inches. Using an A4 page, you can make it any height you like.
That's a good way of using up all that scrapbook paper that we all have so much of and never use.
True. Now, you'd also want your trimmer, your scoreboard, your ink and your blending tool if you're an inker. You want a pair of scissors, a bone folder, your glue, whatever your preferred glue is. You'll want, if you like round corners, you want your corner rounder. You'll want eyelets and your crocodile or whatever tool you use to set your eyelets if you're going to use this type of closure. You will want something to tie your little embellishment up. You'll want some, we'll probably make some tags and things to go in it. But if you've got some already made, you could use those.
Sure.
I use reverse tweezers because they're like second hand for threading the ribbon.
I'm useless at reverse tweezers. I always squeeze when I shouldn't squeeze, and I let drop things. And
yes, a learned experience, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Right, a pencil, you might need that to mark stuff. I use a circle punch, but you use whatever you use to make your thumb notches. Some coffee dyed paper for backing your tags and things that you're going to put inside. And a ruler. And apart from that, I think you should be, they're all just general things that you'd have to hand. There's nothing unusual or hard.
The usual suspects.
Yes, exactly. So, should we get started, Diane? Or
absolutely, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we're going to start with cutting our paper to the height that you want. Now, I'm going to leave mine at the full A4 height. Something you should know before you cut your height is you are going to turn up. It's going to, this pocket here is going to come up, and that's 1.5 inches. So however high you want your embellishment to be, add 1.5 inches onto it before you cut it to that length. So if you want, say, a 6-inch embellishment, we'll cut your paper to 7.5 inches. So as I said, I'm going to leave mine on the full A4 height. And then when I take my 1.5 inches off the bottom, it will fit into my journal nicely, because my journals are like that, a full A4 height. So they're 8.25 high. By the time I take 1.5 inches off of that and fold it up, it will fit into my journal nicely. So trim your paper down to the size that you want, and then get your scoreboard out. Now,
I'm trimming.
If you're using your 12 by 12 paper, I would, if you want to follow these same measurements, trim it down to 11 3/4, because that's the same width as an A4 sheet. And then we'll score using the A4 sheet measurement.
I am not having any scraps today, so I'm doing it 6 by 6 and using my 12 by 12 papers. There you go.
Yeah, good, excellent. So if you're going to use 12 by 12 paper, yeah, if you're going to use a 12 by 12 paper, you should still be able to use the same score measurements as I'm using now. It just means that your piece here will be a little bit wider, which is not going to make any difference. It's only going to be 1/4 inch wider. So there we go. Now, if you're using directional paper, you should have the right way up on your scoreboard. Now, this one here is, when I double-sided it, I turned it over the wrong way, and I've got that one side upside down. So I'm going to go with this side. This side is going to be the outside, and plainer side is going to be the inside. Okay, so we've got our 2 pieces now cut to size, I hope.
Yeah, I'm just getting my scoreboard. Okay, I'm done. Yep, I'm ready. Go.
Okay, so now we're going to score at 4.5 and 9 1/8. Now, I'm scoring at 9 1/8 because that will give me a little bit of wriggle room when I fold it over. They won't butt up to each other. Then turn it sideways so that you've got your bottom to your left, and score up from the bottom 1.5 inches. And do that same thing for both sheets.
Just do those measurements again. I'm going to write them on the back of this one in case somebody wants them.
So 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
Yeah. 9 1/8.
9 1/8. And 10, and it's 1.5, isn't it?
Yeah, and 1.5.
Beautiful.
Okay. That's it for the scoring.
Okay. Scored.
Now, I'm going to try and see if you can see this, but where we've got our...
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jen.
1.5 inch score up from the bottom, and the
just come down a little bit out of your light. No, it's come up, but it's just the light is, that's it. Perfect.
Yeah. So this section here this is the smallest section. So we've got our 4.5 and then our 9 1/4. Then this section here, we're going to cut this bottom corner out.
So is that out of the 4.5 bit?
No, it's out of the thin bit. So this piece measures, where's my ruler? So this is the smallest piece, and it's about 2.5 or 2 5/8 actually. If you're going with an A4, you can see that there.
I've missed a measurement somewhere. See, I'm lost already. So 4.5.
Yep. So here's, if we turn it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got 4.5, 9
Yep.
1/8.
Yep.
This is a 9 1/8. And then we've got what's left over. Then we scored up 1.5 inches.
Yep. I've turned it upside down. Now I've got it. Okay.
Okay. So we're cutting that piece out. And we're doing that on both pieces.
Trust me to get lost already.
Oh, yeah, it can be a bit confusing. Okay.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Judy. Who else have I missed? Who's the flurry of influxes here? Hi, Marty. Jen Evers. I think that's all I've missed. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Okay, go on.
Okay. Now, go back to our 4.5 inch score mark and fold that. And we're just going to take a little angle out of this from the 1.5 inch up from the bottom score mark down to the edge. So we're just going to take a slight angle out of that. Like that. You can see what I've cut off, not very much at all.
Hang on. Just, can you put your paper up again so I can see which one? So they get lost again. So the cut is on that side. Yep.
Yeah. So that's the way we scored it. So that's the 4.5 inch score mark.
Yep.
So put that in and just cut a little angle up from the bottom to that 1.5 inch score mark.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. We're going to do the same on the other edge as well. So we're going to slightly angle where we cut that first cut out. Going to make a little angle on there. We're going to cut a little angle on the other edge so that all of the edges of our pocket that folds up are on a slight angle. But as we scored it, that's what it looks like.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Because I'm getting confused because my paper is one-sided, not double-sided. So.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we do the same for the other piece. Exactly the same. So fold it on your 4.5 inch piece. Cut up here to our score line. And then angle up here and down here. That's just so we've got a bit of clearance when we do our folding up. We're not going to be bumping into the folds and things like that. So now we have two pieces that, well, are near enough to exactly the same.
Rough enough's good enough for me. And my paper's directional, so it's going to be upside down for me.
Yes, well, one of mine's upside down.
Wow.
I printed it wrong, but anyway. Okay, so now.
Hi, Erin. Thank you.
Fold our two long sections and score them down.
Hi, Diane. Welcome. Okay.
When you fold your small piece over, the one that we've cut the corner out of, you'll notice that there's about 1/8 of an inch difference between the edge of the paper and the score line. That's so that when we close that over, it doesn't interfere with each other, and it's got a nice clearance there. Okay. Now, has everybody got that all set?
I think so.
Okay, now we're just going to fold our bottom pockets up.
Just more out of that one.
So it could be a little bit of trial and error there with cutting your corners out. I like to use my bone folder and make sure my folds are nicely pressed. Just makes it sit a little nicer, I think.
Mine's definitely looking homemade.
Well, they are.
Thanks, Darcy. You're awesome. Hi, Jacqueline. I've got some happy mail from you I'm going to show you very shortly. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I have pockets. My pockets are awesome. My butterflies upside down. Oh, well.
That's good. Okay, so now if you want to do your corner rounding, now's the time. So we round all of our...
Will it make my hot mess look better?
Yeah, oh, yes, definitely. Rounded corners always look better, don't they?
Okay. Are we rounding the corners of the...
We're rounding all the corners, so the pockets and the outside corners of our... Actually, I can show you on here. So here our front flaps, or front flap. And, oh, actually, on here, I haven't done the rounding of the corners, but I'm going to on this one. Only been the corners on these pieces. But we'll do it for all of them on this one.
Oh, my goodness. What the heck in Heathcote's that? Got the dodgiest Temu corner rounder ever, I think. All right, that's good enough.
And
It is cool, isn't it, Jen? We have some smart cookies coming on here. Hi, Brenda. No, my corner rounder refuses to cut those pockets.
does it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, ain't no way that's happening, girl. Not doing it.
Right. So, normally when I'm doing a video, if I'm inking, which I ink everything, I generally fast forward over that section, but Unfortunately,
No, I make everyone watch me ink, so they're used to being, abused in the inking department.
It's a good chance to chat, I guess, and catch up with all the news that's happening.
That's it. They nod off or they ignore me completely. So.
So Easter, what's everyone doing after they've finished watching us, of course?
Hubby's on call this weekend, so we won't be going anywhere. So I'll just craft and eat chocolate. Sounds like a pretty good Easter to me.
Yes. Funny how we get quiet when we're doing these sorts of things, doesn't it?
I love inking. I ink everything.
Yeah, I do too.
It does, doesn't it, Judy? I think that sounds like a perfect Easter weekend. Sounds like a perfect weekend all year round. To me, eat chocolate and craft. So even though my inside of mine is white, I'll ink it anyway because I'll probably colour it somehow.
Yeah.
Or add some paper or something.
Yes, you can always add some coffee dyed paper in there.
Oh, I did a whole heap of pink and orange. I'll show you my paper in a sec. A pink and orange hand-dyed paper, so for the boho journals.
All right.
Go well in.
Do you use food colouring or?
No, I buy a RIT dye once, a different colour RIT dye once a fortnight, so I just need a teaspoon in a water bath, and I throw everything in it. Like I do paper, lace, oilies, fabric, anything I can get my hands on goes into that one, so I have all that one colour, and then the next time I do it, I'll do a different colour. So I'm just getting my supply of papers up. So I did a really nice dark brown one the other week, and it was very cool. And when I'm bringing them out to dry, I throw stencils on them and all that sort of stuff, so I can get some patterns. And
yeah, sounds excellent. I've never done that, but I usually just do coffee dyeing, and I've done avocado dyeing, and I've got a really nice deep pink colour when I did avocado dyeing the first time I did it, and then after that, when I tried it, I couldn't get the same colour again. I don't know what I did.
You never can. No. It depends on how old the skins or the whatever you're doing, the skin or the nut. Depends on the age of it, on the water. It depends on the alkaline of the paper. It all has something different to make it a different colour. Hi, Patty. I'm going to. Did you freeze? No?
No, no, I was just waiting to see if everybody's caught up or, what's happening.
I'm just going to show you my colour paper. So I'm doing the...
Oh, that's nice.
Doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that, Brenda. It's a good order, though. All right, go back on you. Off you go.
All right. So now line your 2 pieces up. So you've got these small flat pieces pointing in the same direction. Now make sure you've got your top up the top and your bottom down the bottom. So you make sure you got your pockets all down the bottom.
Pockets down the bottom and inside, is that right?
Yes, and inside. So we've got 2 pieces sitting with their flaps open like that, and they're both heading in the same direction. Now we're going.
Mine are both in the right. Mine are in different directions. What's happened there?
It doesn't matter which direction. I mean, they could be going that way. They could be going that way, but if I do that way, my pockets are at the top. Depends which where you had your paper when you did your scoring.
And my problem is one's going the opposite direction to the other, so the small flap is on the right side on one and the left side on the other. See, already I've mucked up.
Well, that's all right. Can I just see your screen?
Yep. Okay, hang on.
Okay, so fold them up. Yeah, fold them up. Okay, that one that's got the butterflies upside. Oh yeah, the one that's got the butterflies upside down.
Yeah.
Turn that over. Turn that upside down so the butterflies are up the right way. Oh, then your pockets are going to be at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. Close that over again. Close that over. Yeah. Now, just lay that down. Now it's. Oh yeah, you got your pockets at the top.
Yeah, so that's what my problem is. So that's all right. I'll just cut another one and do it so that they're both going in the same direction. Carry on. Yeah, oopsie.
Yes. All right. Actually, I thought when I did the first one, I thought I had the same problem, but I didn't. I found a way around it, and it worked out. But I can't see how I did.
Maybe if I do one inside out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll just cover the white pieces later.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right, so both flaps on the same side. Take the one flap and put it over the top of the folded section of the other piece. No, turn it round. So you got, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and now you attach that flat piece to that outside piece, just on the 3 sides. So top, bottom, and edge. So
hang on. So as a pocket, so I'm going
to. So close your flap over. Put your papers down on your desk.
Yep. That's closed. That's closed. Yep.
Now close that the small white one on the bottom.
Yep.
Close it over.
Yep.
Now put that top one next to the bottom one. Yep. That's it. Now open that flap. And that's going to be where it's attached.
So I'm going to make this into a pocket so you can still.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Wow. How dumb do I feel?
No, I think it's because the direction of the paper and because your paper's single-sided.
Yes, that did.
Mine turned out the same. So yeah. So I've just run glue along the top, down the edge, and down the bottom. Now you want to make sure you put your glue along.
Hold on one moment. We've got a question that I need to go back to. Where the paper... Please, can Julie tell us where the paper is you're using is from?
Me?
Is that one of your designs?
Yes, that's actually my latest kit, which is called
so
Julies Daisies.
So Julie makes kits, and her kits are on Etsy, on Ko-fi.
Ko-fi, yeah.
They're on Ko-fi. I will link her Ko-fi shop below in this, but somebody might be able to find it at Julie's Papercraft. Crafts or Craft?
T, no S.
Yeah, Julie's Papercraft on Ko-fi.
Yeah. All right, so now we've got our pocket there now, and our two pieces are now joined together.
No, they're not, because I was too busy talking.
Yes.
Okay, this one. This is the one.
Don't forget to put some glue along the long edge, because if you don't, whatever you put in that pocket's just going to go straight through.
And you will all be absolutely gobsmacked to know that my glue saga is still going on. I finally got my art glitter glue in the mail yesterday, the day before, and it's so thick it won't come out of the bottle, so I had to email Crafts Online and send them some photos of the glue not coming out of the bottle. That was fun. And they replaced it straight away and sent me another one. So hopefully it'll be here today or Monday.
Oh, God.
So my glue saga is still going on.
Right. Now we're just going to stick our bottom pockets up. So a bit of glue along the short edges of our bottom pockets.
Yay, it worked.
Yeah, I've heard that art glitter glue can be a bit of a pain, but I've never had any trouble with it.
I've never had any trouble here in Australia. I think it's only in really cold countries where it actually freezes and expands inside the bottle. I've never had a problem in years of using it. It's the first time I've ever had it come thick like that. So, and it was sealed and everything.
Yeah.
But they were really good. Cross Online, give big thumbs up. They replaced it. Can keep the old one. I'll use it in a texture paste or something.
Oh, yeah.
They were really good. Replaced it. Got it out the same day. So. I do have some new kits on my Ko-fi. I have a Wild West one, which is some cowboys and Indians, very hunky cowboys and Indians. And I also have the first part of Vikings is up there now.
Okay. So that's basically it. That's our thing already assembled. So it can be a bit tricky, but once you got the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Now, we have got one more step I forgot. Get your scoring board back out and fold your whole little folder back up into itself so that we've got just that. That's it. Yep. Now, put your edge of where your thing folds over on your scoreboard at, say, any point that you like, because we're just going to score 1/4 of an inch away from that. So 1/4 of an inch
to make a gusset, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Gusset, so that when we put all of our lovely stuff in here, we've got some room for it.
So we made ourselves a little spine.
Yes.
Cover all those white bits in a minute. Very cool. What are you girls doing now? Eating ice cream. For goodness sake. Always either turns to abs, bums, or food in this chat. You women are obsessed.
Right. Okay, so that's what we've ended up with. Now, depending on where you've done your, I mean, the one that
I'm just going to put you up.
The one that I made years ago had the fold on this side. I was looking through my ideas book and I thought, oh, yeah, that looks like it'll be all right to make. So, but the one I made, this one I made, and this one have both got the opening on the left.
Leah says she's impressed with your inking skills, Julie.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in, guys. See you.
Actually, if I was making this and I wasn't live, I would stitch around this as well. I didn't stitch around that one either. But if you're a stitcher, you can stitch around your pockets before you glue them up and then just stitch around your whole thing.
Oh, yes. I'd be totally confused. I'd sew it together. I'd end up with one big pocket.
Yeah. So now we just need to put our eyelet on here if we're going to do a closure, and we may as well.
Well,
you can use any closure, of course, whatever you think. You can measure if you want to. I don't usually measure, I just guess. It's probably all right with guessing the centre of something, but as far as cutting a straight line is concerned, no way.
I need to quickly cover the piece with paper before.
Yes,
because I got those white bits. So I'll just quickly cut that up. And of course, my pencil's gone underneath my Lazy Susan.
You could also make this just with craft cardstock or, pen cardstock, whatever you like, and then just decorate it with paper instead of using your pattern cardstock as your base. But
we've come to the conclusion in the junk journal world that a lot of people started off as mini album makers or scrapbookers or card makers, and we have an excess of pattern cardstock that we're all in the process now of either jelly plating or painting over or decoupaging on, making into masterboards, whatever. So anything to use up that pattern paper is a good thing.
It is. I agree. I started off making cards, and actually I didn't even want to do that. My daughter asked me if I would go to a card making class with her because she didn't want to go on her own. And I said, oh, I suppose. Not all that enthused. And anyway, so we both made cards for a while. And then I started doing scrapbooking. I liked that and stopped making cards, or made cards, bits and pieces. And my daughter stopped doing anything. And now, 20-odd years later, I've been scrapbooking, card making, and now I'm into journals. So, yeah, the full gamut, just like all of us, I guess.
Well, I started off painting and teaching art and mixed media on canvas. And I bought a shop that did all art supplies and craft supplies, and I thought, oh, these scrapbookers are a pack of nuts. They're just out of their minds, crazy women. Never, ever going to, what this is, paper rubbish. And I was not into it at all until I moved into the bus and I had to scale down my supplies. And I stumbled across art junk journaling and mixed media journaling, and I thought I can incorporate all of that stuff, and then I just got hooked on it, and it was like journals and cards and you name it, I'm doing it now. So
Yeah.
poo-pooed it all to start with.
Yes, well, the other day I had a clean out of my scrapbooking albums, like all of the layouts I've done, and I thought, what in the world am I going to do with all these? So I said to my daughter, do you want any of these? So I pulled out all of the pages that I'd done with her and my granddaughter, and I put them all in albums, and I think there were 5 very full albums, and said to her, here you go, you take what you want, and what you don't want, give back to me. So she gave me back everything except 1 album worth. So I've got all of, and then there's all the other albums as well. So I'm at a bit of a see what to do with them.
And then I started making digitals, and then I started, how can I show these digitals off without having to make a journal? So I started making cards, and I'd never really made cards before.
All right, okay.
Now I love making cards.
Do you? Well, it got to the stage where I haven't made a card for so long, and it was my husband's birthday the other day, and I actually went and bought a card to give him, which hasn't happened for 20 years.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so eyelet in, ribbon in, and item completed. So that's only taken us like just over half an hour, so it's not too bad, is it? When you're doing it on your own, you probably find you can do it a lot quicker than that. So for something that only takes half an hour, it's quite a busy-looking little embellishment.
I've got to find a piece of ribbon. Got drawers full of ribbon, and I can't find the right one.
Yeah, always the way.
Found some. Stop looking.
Now I'm just thinking about what we can put in them. I put some journaling cards and tags here that I had already made. That can go in there. And you can see what I mean. That's all stitched around. I generally stitch around. I'm actually working on a journal using this kit, and I'm stitching around everything. So I might have to see.
Julie, could you just show me quickly? Hi, April. Could you just show me quickly how you've done your tie? I was looking for ribbon and missed it.
Oh, yeah, no worries. So I can take that out. So all I've done is I've folded this so that I've got enough ribbon here to sort of tie a bow, and scrunch that all up. Use my tweezers here to poke that through my eyelet, and then just open that loop up and thread both of these pieces through it.
That's very clever.
And
oh, look, I'm even going to dig my tweezers out. My scissor tweezer things that I always get backwards.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not coordinated with them. I can't do it.
I take a bit of practice, that's for sure.
I'm just not coordinated with them at all.
I just made the ribbon long enough to sort of wrap around there twice and tie a bow.
Trying to get it through the hole, and I can't. My printer overheated. Sorry, April. Oops. April is just, I'm presuming, just printed out the Vikings, and she said her printer's overheated. They're pretty hot.
Okay.
I still don't need. Okay. No, I haven't got it. It's not comprehending with me. Made the loop. Pulled it through.
You want to let me see what you're doing and I can tell you?
No, because I'd be embarrassed. Oh, no. Now I've pulled my eyelet out. No, it's all just gone to rubbish. Let's do it without the eyelet, shall we? Right, let me put you on and I'll show you how uncoordinated I am.
It's a pretty wide ribbon you got there.
It is a wide ribbon. I wanted some of, I might cut it in half actually. Just cut it in half. Because I wanted the sheer ribbon, but I didn't have any in the right colour. It's like watching paint dry, ladies. Should we cut a ribbon in half? I'll fix the eyelet up later. Seems I pulled the eyelet out trying to get thick ribbon through. All right, so you make a loop.
Yeah, so leave about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 inches on your short loop, on your short piece, about 6 or 7 inches long. Yeah. Now fold the fold where you've got that folded over, sort of scrunch it up at the top. No, at the top. No,
at the top?
Yeah, scrunch that up.
Yeah.
And use tweezers to poke that through your hole from the top. From the top.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, open that loop that you've got your hand on. Yeah, open that loop and push your other 2 pieces, the end pieces, through.
Ah, now I get you.
That's
okay.
it. Because you haven't got an eyelet in there, just be a bit careful because you might pull your paper through.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull it tight now.
So, yeah. And then you just wrap that long piece around and then tie your bow.
Okay, got that. I'll do that. I'll take my thing out, put my eyelet back in. Now I've got you. It's not comprehending.
It's a bit hard to explain some of these things, and if you see them on screen, sometimes they're back to front.
Yes.
Back to front to you, so, yeah. All right, so now it's just a matter of adding bits and pieces to our pockets. We've got a pocket here. So, yeah, that would fit in there. So this is just, I made a masterboard as one of a challenge somewhere, and this is just, I cut it up into some tags and some journaling cards and just stitched around and backed them onto, oh no, that's what I made the masterboard on, so I've got them already on the cream backing. So that can sit in there, but we need to make some things to go in here as well. I've got some tags, but I think they're too big. Poke out the top. I don't mind them poking out the top, but I think I might make something else. I've got this little folio pocket here that can pop into one. Get under that one maybe. All right, so might make some tags to go in here, and I'll make an envelope too, I think, to go in one of the pockets. I love envelopes. I just love them. Envelopes and bags seem to be my latest thing.
Oh, Bear, did you have nightmares? I hope you didn't have nightmares. Falling asleep listening to me.
God.
Thank you for the watch hours, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
Yay,
Yeah.
Dawn Marie's finally caught up. Are you making along, are you, Dawn Marie? It is, isn't it, Debbie? See, we learn new stuff from people. No matter how insignificant they think it is, it's something that we do differently.
Mm.
So Debbie said it's a great tip for securing the ribbon.
Yeah, it's easy and it stays in place. You can also, there's another way of doing it, and I'll show you on a tag top where you actually tie a knot instead of just looping it through, which makes it a little bit more secure. Oh, I've got this frog in my throat. Now I'm going to put this paper on the back. Well, I might just use coffee dyed paper. So I've just got this, this is the same piece of paper like this, except I didn't double-side it. And it's on 250 GSM cardstock. So now I'm just going to cover the whole thing with some coffee dyed paper.
I'm going to put it back on you because I'm going to look for my whole thingy. What do you call them? Hole reinforcers. Seems I pulled my
thingy
out. Oh, holy crap.
You can use glue stick for this, but I don't know. I don't seem to trust glue stick. It's probably...
See, in Queensland, it doesn't work here. It just dries out and gives way. It's just...
Yeah.
Never holds for long. It's okay if you're going to sew. It's okay for gluing if you're going to sew, but both double-sided tape and glue stick just never.
Well, I'm finding that my early scrapbooking pages, which were probably 20 years old now, are falling apart because the glue's giving the double-sided tape I used it just doesn't stick anymore.
It's rubbish,
Yeah, so, in the day they used to say, oh, this is a good double-sided tape, it'll last forever, blah, blah, blah.
No, it doesn't.
It didn't.
And I've actually said to people who have bought my albums in the past, like 5 years plus, they fall apart, send them back to me, I'll fix them, because I didn't realise at the time that the glue wouldn't hold, the double-sided tape wouldn't hold. It's very disappointing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So while I say I've got all these albums of layouts, probably apart anyway and deserve to be thrown in the bin. Right. Now we've got some double-sided cardstock. We can
Thanks, Beth. That's funny.
Let's, I think to start with, I might use this and make an envelope. Now, where do I get my folder?
Julie is from Adelaide, South Australia.
Yep. Yes, I've been living, I've lived in South Australia all my life. And so I grew up in the country and we moved to Adelaide, which is the capital of South Australia. Well, I would say probably, well, we went to Hahndorf first, which is out in the hills. We were there for 4 years, and we've been in Adelaide now for about 22 years, I suppose.
Okay, here's a little interesting fact about Hahndorf. I actually had the indoor country market at Hahndorf for 2 years.
Oh, right.
and that was in the building. It's been a church. It's been a glass factory. It's been lots of things, but it was in the big, like an A-frame building on the right-hand side when you're going towards Mount Barker, going out.
All right, okay.
It's got the big willow trees out the front and the creek running through it. They had the indoor country market then. A little fun fact.
There we go. You were probably there when I was there.
So that my son was 5 then, and he has just turned 33.
Oh, right, okay.
And I also had the lead light glass factory shop down on, I can't even remember the road going into town.
Yeah.
Lower northeast? No, not lower northeast.
Yeah, the one that goes straight through.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I had the lead light treasures stained glass window shop there, and that's now a car yard. The last time I was there, I think.
Yeah.
Shops got knocked down. So there you go.
Fun. So much in here in Adelaide, as far as buildings and knocking things down and starting over and all that.
I lived up in the hills. I lived up in the Adelaide Hills in Lenswood in a beautiful stone farmhouse.
All right. Okay.
And I took my husband there a couple of years ago. I'll show you this home. It was so beautiful, beautiful, big, like foot-thick walls and stuff. It was just gorgeous. They knocked it down and built a brown brick house on it. It's like,
oh, no.
Why would you do that?
Yes. We had a few acres out at, it was just outside of Hahndorf, between Hahndorf and Mount Barker on the road there. You know where the nursery?
Little Hampton, isn't it?
No. It's Totnes. It was Totnes Road.
Oh, okay.
And now it's called its own suburb of Totnes, or area of Totnes. I don't know.
Okay.
There's only about, I don't know, 4 houses there, because there's it was.
Hi, Flo. Welcome.
So I'm just using a page. This is just 120 GSM paper, because I print all my digitals on that. So I'm just using that and my envelope punch to make an envelope to go into our little embellishment that we're making today. As I said, I love envelopes and bags. I seem to have a fixation for them both. The trouble with using single-sided paper when you're making an envelope is that you see it on the top of your envelope. So you have to either cover that with some paper or ink it.
Yeah, see, there's another tool I don't out very often is the envelope maker. Had to have it. Use it.
Yeah. We have all these things. We have to have them when we see them, don't we? But then remembering to, it's like washi tape. I've got a drawer full of washi tape, but how often do I use it?
That's what we're doing on here, is finding stuff in our stash that we have so much of and never use, and using it, showing other people how to use it. So maybe we should do one later on down the track using that envelope punch board, because you can make so many things with it, but I never think to get it out.
Me either.
It's another Julie Flo. It's not Julie Parker. No, this is Julie Kairl. Is it? How do you spell it? How do you say your last name?
Kairl, as in like
Kairl.
Kairl.
Okay, yep. Julie Kairl. Yep. So no, it's not Julie Parker.
Yeah.
I haven't asked Julie Parker to come on.
I'll have to check Julie Parker out. I haven't heard of her.
lots and lots of Aussies. Julie's is on Makers Art and Artist in PM Artist Studios, so they do a lot of mixed media and gel plating and
yes,
sort of stuff. So Mariah was on before from PM Artist Studio. That's her page. Darcy's one of the rebels on there. She does a lot of mixed media. Cookie Wookie is another one from there. She's just a wonderful, wonderful woman and helps everybody out.
Right.
There's a few.
I have watched Kerry the Crafter, and I think he has things through PM Artist Studio.
Yeah, Kerry's on there. PM Artist Studio have a lot of designers who design stencils and stamps, and Kerry is one of those. Darcy is one of those. She has some fabulous stamps out at the moment through PM Artist Studio. You can see those on her YouTube channel.
Right, I'll have to check out PM Artist Studios, I think.
Yeah. So Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. She's one of their designers.
Right.
She's been craft drafted, but we have to wait till she feels a bit better.
Oh.
Mariah from PM Artist Studio is going to be on in a few weeks.
Oh, good. It's a good way to see new people.
It is. Just get them in and get to follow another great channel, learn new things. It's all about sharing and building a really good community, I think, of sharers. And we have a great community.
Lots of
they get a bit out of control sometimes, but they're great.
Bit of fun never hurt anyone, did it?
It's correct. I'm sitting here watching you and reading chat, and I haven't made anything.
Well, that's all right too. Now, I'm going to just put this in here and stick that down so that I've got that in the inside of my envelope. Nine times out of 10, I will just generally ink the insides, but this is quite a large envelope, so.
Thanks, April. I'm the good one. You girls lead me astray.
Have I heard that before?
Shh. Oh, I had a story time I was going to say today, and now I've forgotten. I have to remember it for next time and write it down.
Just about to the stage where I have to carry a notebook around with me so that I can remember what I have to do.
Yep, I have to do that.
Okay. Now I'm just going to trim that off.
You're so funny, Flo. I think she's a comedian, she does. You're welcome, Patty. I hope you enjoy them. The Vikings has got 2 more sets to come. Hi, Steph. Hi, Dawn. Uh-oh. We froze? No, we didn't freeze.
No, I'm just listening.
That's exactly right, Kathy. Lots of different people teaching us different things. It's like the sewing in the signatures the other day. I did it in a different way than everybody else does, and that's the good thing about this forum, about this series every week. Everybody does something a little bit differently, and it gives you inspiration. My marvelous men. You can be lazy, Steph, that's fine. Look, I finally got my ribbon on and my eyelet. Isn't it gorgeous?
Ah, very pretty. Excellent.
That's about all I've done. I love this ribbon. It's purple and bronze. It's got a colourway in it.
Yeah.
Isn't it cute?
Very cute.
But I can't dig my envelope maker out, so.
Well, you can make them, you know, the simple way, like fold that up, fold that down, cut them out.
Or get it out of the box of 100,000 envelopes I already have.
Yes. True.
Oh, dear. That's okay. I like watching people make them. Because some of the cards that I make the card and then go, well, I haven't got an envelope to fit that. I should find my envelope maker and make one.
Yes. You can also, if you make a card that's, you know, extra thick or something like that, you can just make a card by folding your paper around your card so that you've got that extra.
Yes. Sometimes I just add a ribbon to it and call it done.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm giving it to a friend, because they don't care about envelopes.
No. All right. So we've got an envelope. Oh, I didn't even think to see if it's going to fit. No, it's not.
Making a fishing journal.
Okay.
Dawn is making a fishing journal.
Oh, that's different. Dawn must be a very patient lady, because I tried fishing and didn't have the patience to wait while the fish decided to jump on my hook.
I don't like baiting a hook or getting the fish off the hook. So when we go fishing, we all give the hook to my husband to put the bait on. So we got him a T-shirt that says Master Baiter.
Oh, dear.
He doesn't wear it very often. Don't know why.
Funny that.
So ungrateful.
Right, so now after making that envelope, of course, it doesn't fit in the pocket. I should have checked that before I made it. So.
Oh, my goodness. Now you need to make another one. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Now you have a spare envelope.
I do, yes. They always come in handy, don't they?
Oh, there you go. Darcy said you can use that envelope as a flip out. There you go.
Oh, yes, we could, couldn't we?
There you go.
We could attach that on there. We could attach that on.
Either. Sorry?
On, you do. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that on the edge of our flip out.
There you go. Thank you, Darcy, for that awesome suggestion.
Yes, excellent idea. So all I'm going to do is run a bead of glue. I might just ink that.
That's my saying, no mistakes, just detours.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, the daisy kit is Julie's own design. She has a coffee shop. Thank you, Mo, for sharing Julie's coffee shop.
Yes. Thank you very much. There's two versions of this kit, actually. This is the standard kit, and there's a grunge kit as well.
I did a guest design team Christmas project with Julie way back.
Yes, that's a while ago.
Using her Blue Christmas and Mandy's Vintage Christmas. So there you go.
Yeah. So this is the grunge kit. So you can see that on the standard kit, the images are brighter, and in the grunge kit, the images are duller. So yeah, there's two versions of it.
I like grunge. I like grunge and not lie.
Right, so let's run a bit of glue along this.
Did I make a Beth, which paperclip envelope? Oh, yes, I remember. Fold the envelope in half. Yes, I remember. Make a hidden paperclip.
Using an envelope.
Now I remember.
I'll have to look at that one.
So I folded the envelope in half lengthways and made it into a paperclip for the edge of the page.
Right.
With little tuck spots.
Mm.
So I'm glad you're on it. Yes, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's glued down there. Now, with this flat, I'm not going to glue the whole thing down. I'm just going to glue the edge, and then it can be like a belly band. And
beautiful.
Look at that. I didn't really need to line that flat then, did I? But oh well. That's life. Okay. Oh, well, there we go.
Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you for the suggestion. Now,
hi, Jen.
Now we can fit something in through there. Should give that a little bit of time to grab, I suppose.
Darcy said at least it's sturdy.
Yeah, very. Excellent. So now I'll go back to this paper that I did cover with some coffee dyed paper, and I can cut that up. Think about what I want, what I really, really want.
Uh-oh. It's Craft Room Karaoke.
Yeah.
We love Craft Room Karaoke.
So if I cut that at 6 inches, this piece might actually fit through there. It does.
Perfect.
So I'll trim that down to, what was that? 6 3/4. So trim that down to 1.5, say. And cut this into.
Oh, you. I just dropped a roll of ribbon and it's unraveled right across the floor.
Oh, annoying.
Yeah, bugger. Booger.
So I cut these to 3.5 inches. And that's what I got there. 8. Do 3 3/4 and see if that fits in there. Yep. Wouldn't want it any wider though. Okay, so let's get my little gadget for having
Go gadget.
Let's use that one. And managed to make tops on this one.
I just cleaned up, Darcy. That's why I actually have floor space for it to roll away on. Doesn't happen very often, I can assure you.
Yeah, I clean up after every project because my room is so small that if I don't, I just can't move.
Well, because I shop my stash to make anything, I pull everything out in that theme or colour or whatever I think I'm going to need: ribbon, fabric, paper, scrapbook paper, dyed paper, book page, whatever, and it's all around me, like embellishments and bling, and it all sits in boxes around me on the floor, so I can just pull from it. And they get in such a mess.
I have bits and pieces that are left over from previous projects that I put away. I've put the container away, say, and this was left out, just sitting up here. And because they sit there, I use them. If they're tucked away in their box, they don't get used. Right, let's clear a bit of this off. Now, once again, with these tags and things, I will sew them later on when we're finished. Just love the look of the sewing on journals and embellishments.
Yes, I do love a good sewing.
It can be a bit to do sometimes. I've started a journal. This is one signature out of it, and I've stitched around every page. So,
oh wow! I don't sew a lot. I like to sew sometimes, but it depends on the look that I'm going for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to hand stitch on things because I'm very eclectic and grungy. So if I'm going to sew something on, I might use a piece of wire to sew it on, or just to be different.
Mm-hmm. Because this paper is so patterned, you don't really need to embellish it very much. I find the hardest trying to think what to put on it. And because they're all stuck away somewhere,
Oh, I can't wait for my glue to get here.
What are you using at the moment?
the very last dregs, and I'm talking dregs, is like this much in the bottle
Right. Oh,
of
yes.
art glitter glue. I mean, it's dregs. I love my art glitter glue. I spent a whole life with no art glitter glue, and everything I glued slipped and slide, and I was getting very frustrated.
Mm.
I mean, I've got boxes and boxes of glues, all different sorts.
Yeah. Have you tried the boil glue?
The boil,
Yeah.
yep, I've done that. It still slides everywhere. It doesn't grab as fast as art glitter glue.
No, I've got this one. It's a clear one, and it's an EVA glue, and it's quite good. It doesn't grab quite as fast as the
Yep,
I've got that one.
I've got that one too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When you're doing like lives, you want something that grabs straight away.
Yeah.
Don't have that drying time. Let's put some bling on her because it wouldn't be me without bling.
Right, where are you, Jen?
Good night, Jen. Sweet dreams. Most of the people in chat here are from America.
All right, okay.
Most of them.
Let's see.
We have them from all over the world.
Oh, very nice. So
that's
I guess
basically why we stream at this time, because it's 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. over there.
Right. Okay.
So I was being considerate, not like most of those are not considerate because they stream at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Yes, it makes it a bit difficult when you're on the other side of the world, doesn't it?
And I miss out on my beauty sleep.
Oh, you don't need it, do you?
Don't worry about me, girls. Don't worry about me. So we've got Tennessee. We've got Northern Virginia.
Tennessee in next week, I think.
Sorry?
My uncle's going over to Tennessee next week. He's got some friends over there. He visits them on a regular basis.
Nice.
Yeah. I just trimmed those tags down a little. They did fit in there, but they were a fairly tight fit. I didn't want to struggle with it every time I put them in or out, so I just trimmed them down by about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay. NC, I don't know what these initials stand for. Is that? No, not even going to guess. Nope. What is it, Dawn Marie? What does NC stand for? North Carolina, is it? Am I right? Probably not. Oh, I was right. Woo, woo. North Carolina. There you go.
You know your states.
Apparently. Not. Oh, Cookie Wookie Mo, darling. Yes, it's 2 a.m. in the morning where Mo is.
Oh,
So
wow.
she gets me. She gets me. Also doesn't need beauty sleep. We appreciate you, Mo.
2 a.m. That's dedication.
It's usually me that's at 2 a.m., yes. All right, I've officially run out of art glitter glue. Nothing's coming out anymore. It's done, dusted.
Mm. How long does it take to drive from Craft Online?
Hopefully it'll be here today because they sent it out the same day, which was Wednesday. So either today or Monday I will have glue.
Well, it won't be today, it's Friday.
Oh, it won't be today. There you go. I forgot it was Good Friday. It'll be Monday.
Well, Monday's a holiday too.
Oh, darn it. Stop making me all depressed now. It'll be Tuesday, probably Wednesday because I'll be backed up now. Now I'm all depressed. I was so excited thinking I'd go to the post office today. Thank God. Thank God. So I have some little happy mail and some books I need to show while you're making your tag.
All right, that'd be great.
I'm just going to... Jacqueline's probably already gone because she goes to bed early. Good night, Flo. So Jacqueline from oh my goodness, got a brain like a sieve, I tell you. Lovely's Crafting Lodge. So Lovely, Jacqueline does sales Fridays, I think. Fridays in America. She does all hand-dyed papers and envelopes and file folders and index cards and all that sort of stuff. She does eco dyeing. So she sent me some happy mail. So I've got some orange.
Oh, that's pretty.
Orange. It doesn't do it justice. The orange is really bright. This is so washed out.
Is that lined paper?
It's lined paper, yes. So 2 sheets of that. It is just too cool. The orange is so bright. It just doesn't come across in the... And some eco-dyed.
Oh, right. Yum.
That's pretty. And look, even the envelope is dyed and stamped and stenciled. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? What a pretty envelope. So I got that. And I also got these books. I thought I would just give you a quick share. The op shop thrift store where I used to work said, "Come in, we've got a few books for you." They keep some of the ones that they usually throw out or hasn't sold, and they know what I like, and they have all these books. Look at these books. So they are these mini books. So this is all just quotes, answers to life's hard questions. Happiness. So these will make good little journal cards or quotes to stick on. moments shared with you. This is all about friendship. Little quotes. The spirit of Cancer. I'm not a Cancerian, but it's got some cool little quotes and pictures in it. That was cool. A tiny, teeny tiny little Collins English dictionary, gem dictionary. It's a gem dictionary.
That looks old.
So it's quite old and it's falling apart, and it's going to make great collage pieces. This little book, I have no idea what it's all about. Omar Khanam. The bulk of English readers, Omar means the one particular translation done so divinely. Well, I don't know what this means. So obviously he's translated a lot of sayings and that sort of thing. So there's some little quotes in there. I haven't read it properly. There is this Bible that has no cover and is falling to pieces, but it has the little gold. Originally it had a gold edge on it, but someone's put texture on. Texture. But it's got these little gold tabs. Look at that. So that will also make good collage. And then this little packet here, oh my goodness, this is a set of art books on how to draw. How to draw birds. I can't find a date on anything. The page that has dates on it doesn't seem to be here. I mean, it's been scribbled on by some horrid child, but it's got some great great little illustrations in it. So there's how to draw birds, how to draw locomotives, and these are fabric covered books. They're not cheapy books. So if you're into trains, let me know. I'll send it to you. How to draw, no idea because it's worn out. How to draw, I'd say this is trees, yes. And how to draw portraits. So pages out of this will make some awesome fodder as well. So they were a gift from the ladies at the shop.
Very nice.
So I was happy about that. That's it. That's all I have to show you. Back to our regular program. Let's go back to Julie.
Okay, so I have got the ribbon on one of the tags. I've put a double layer. I'll just show you how I do that. So I've cut a length of ribbon and I've folded in half, then fold in halves again, and then do exactly the same as I did on the closure. So scrunch that up.
Now, see, if I hadn't seen you do a tag first, I would have known exactly how to do, because you were doing it on a journal. I couldn't get my head around it. That's how I tie ties on my tags. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't get it. It's dumb. It was a great haul, Beth. Yes, great little. There's a couple of other books as well, but I didn't bring them in with me.
And just poke that through. Now, as I said before, there is a different way of doing it as well. You can just take one piece through your loop. So I've still got this piece. See, I've got one piece through the loop, and one piece out of the loop. And then you can tie a knot. Which is not easy with double layer, but let's try and do it. Then you can tie. So I've got a knot there.
Cool.
And then that should, I'd probably tie a double knot, and then that won't ever come undone if you tie your reef knot. And then you just trim your ends up.
Beautiful.
There we go. So we've got our little folio, and we've got something in all, and we've done it, the extension as Darcy suggested. Great idea. We could decorate that. Oh, look, it's upside down. What a dope. Anyway, that won't hurt.
Yes, welcome to my world.
Yeah, so there we go.
Excellent. That was fabulous. Fabulous. So now we know how to use up some more of that scrapbook paper. Yay!
Yeah. So
that's excellent. Now, April, you're on live tonight, today for us, but tonight for you guys. Is that correct? What time is that? 10 p.m. Central, I think.
Thank you, Sherry.
Central Standard Time 10. Yep. So pop over to April later on. I have no idea what time that is here, so I just wait for the notification that you're live. All righty. So that's all we've got for today. Let me just get off here. I actually made something finished, like I've finished it. So it's got pockets, it's got the flippy. I've coloured this pocket. I haven't put anything in my pockets, and I put this image from one of my kits on the back.
She's pretty. Well, thank you for having me on here, Diane. It was great.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
This is my first live, and if you could see in here, you'd see that there's, my husband's made up temporary stands and all sorts of things for the camera.
Oh, he's a good husband.
A good husband, yes. So, yeah, but I've enjoyed it first time. So, yeah, thanks very much for inviting me.
You're welcome. So next week is Beth from Happy Place Crafting. So I'll have to message her and find out what we're doing. I haven't figured that out yet. Well, she hasn't figured that out yet. But Beth, you're on next week. Don't forget.
They'll all be watching Beth, so.
Yeah, same place, same bat channel. But we will have the lovely Beth. And then Jen, who went to bed earlier, is on the week after using broken jewellery.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So that'll be fun. Then we've got Cheryl. Then we've got DJ from Hither and Yon. We've got lots of people. Darcy way up there somewhere penciled in. So I'm getting to the end of the list of the original people I've craft drafted. So there will be another craft draft coming very soon to fill up the next month's page. So be prepared for it. I'm going to craft draft you. If you want to volunteer, give me a message. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to go over to Julie and give her some love, subscribe, watch some videos. If you have playlists, let people know when you're doing your live that you have playlists so we can go in and whack a playlist on in the background and give you some watch hours, because we all need them. I need them. Everybody needs watch hours. That's all appreciated. If you have any questions, drop them in the link in the chat below. And thanks again for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you, Julie.
Nice to meet you all.
Yep. Made some new friends, some new subbies, some new people to watch. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, people, I will see you in the chats around the block and next week, next Wednesday for Make a Lap Book with me and the night after for Use It or Lose It. All right, thanks, everyone. Appreciate you all. Love you. Bye.
Bye.